Hello everyone, I'm Anime Freak Game. Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be reacting to my good friend, your favourite Canadian YouTuber, I should have said I didn't have enough puff. I should speak for myself. But anyways, so yeah, this is Canadian YouTuber's video, showoff showdown, Broly versus Asura, if I'm pronouncing that right. So, this is going to be so good. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go on the description box below and to that video. See what's that, come back, what's this. So that's it, let me continue. Okay, some all of you may or may not know, but I am a Dragon Ball Z fan, and some of you are probably going to ask me, okay, do I like Broly or do I not like Broly? Well, the first time I saw Broly was when he was in the first movie, obviously, and to be honest, I mean, one guy going up against I think there was about 3 Super Saiyans and a Super Namekian. I mean, how awesome was that? I mean, Broly was just a beast when he went up against the Z Warriors, and I liked Broly the first time I saw him, but the last 2 movies just made him go. But all in all, I liked Broly. And as for Asura, well, to be honest, I don't know that much about him, but there is one thing. There is one thing I can tell you. I watched, I think it was an animation rewind video, and he made like Vegeta go up against Asura. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing that right. Asura. Yeah, I got that right the first time. So yeah, he made Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta go up against Asura, and from what I saw on that video. Okay, if you don't like spoilers, cover your ears or stop this video, or just like skip ahead. I don't know, about 20 seconds of the video. All right, ready? Alright, I'm gonna give spoilers on Animation Rewind's outcome on that. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so yeah, Vegeta actually kicked Asura's ass, and he gave like reasons why he would like actually win against Asura. Yeah, that's very very hard to say. Asura, and the thing is, with Broly, it's okay. Let me start from the beginning. Okay, Vegeta won against Asura, and it's apparently the more angry Asura gets, the more powerful he gets, kind of like the Hulk, and Vegeta has the ability to actually destroy the universe. Actually, it's been such a long time. Now, I just want to point something out. Yeah. Broly isn't as powerful as everybody thinks. Wait, before any of the Broly fans start punching me down, hear me out on this. If you've seen Dragon Ball Super, and you saw the one with Cal going into a Berserker legendary form, and you saw her go up against Goku, I mean, she took a full pelt, Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha. That's how powerful she was. And Broly went up against 2 Super Saiyans and 1 Super Saiyan 2. I think it was Goku, and actually I don't know if Goku was like in his Super Saiyan 2 form, but I mean maybe it was like, yeah, I think it was like 2 Super Saiyans and 1 Super Saiyan 2, which was Gohan, and the other 2 was Gohan and Goten. And I mean it was by sheer luck that Broly managed to win, all because of Trunks in the movie. So Let's see. If Goku was to go Super Saiyan 2, I don't think he would actually win. But if he went Super Saiyan 3, then that would be a definite yes. He would definitely most likely win. And it is the thing. With Kale, she went up against she went up against Goku, which was in his Super Saiyan Blue form, and he went with she walked through a Kamehameha Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, how insane was that? And I saw it on Seth the Programmer's video saying why Broly versus Kale, and yep, Kale is obviously more powerful than Broly. I mean, that's what a Canadian YouTuber should do. You should do like a Kale versus Asura showdown. That would be awesome. Make that happen. I want to see that happen. That'd be cool. Now, so I'm gonna say Ursura is gonna win this one simply because I remember vaguely that Animation Rewind gave specific reasons why Vegeta would win. But yep, I spoiled it for you. I do apologise. I wasn't thinking. He gave specific reasons why Vegeta would win because again he could destroy the universe and blah 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 blah. But with Broly, Broly isn't even near the level of a Super Saiyan Blue, but Kale is, and at best I think Broly would go like, you know, would most likely be beaten by Super Saiyan 3, in my opinion. I'm just like going for statistics here. So I'm gonna say that Broly's gonna lose in this one because of Animation Rewind's video with Vegeta and Ursula. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So yeah, with all that said and done, let's get to watching. This is gonna be a long one. Okay, so this is Canadian YouTubers show-off showdown, and 3, 2, 1, and go.
Welcome to Show-Off Showdown! In this series, the fighters are called show-offs, and this is the series for the Show-Off Showdown. Now let's meet the show-offs for tonight's showdown, shall we? Now, get ready for one of the most legendary epic battles your mortal eyes have ever witnessed. Cause tonight, we have an ultimate, apocalyptic, godly, rage-filled battle between the legendary Super Saiyan and the legendary demigod of wrath. That's right, Broly versus Asura. In this battle of legends, only one of them will claim victory, while the other will become history. I put links to the analysis on both characters in the description below. Now without further ado, it's time for the Show-Off 2 Showdown!
Get ready for the next battle.
Where's the bastard who took my daughter? Why would Broly want to take a girl? I thought he was gay. Kakarot. I can't do it, Broly. Oh god, I love that Western whistling sound. Since when does bro?
I choose you to be the first of my victims.
Oh no, you don't. I saw it at this one time.
What
actually,
was that supposed to be?
Settle down, gentlemen. Run away like a pussy!
Fight!
leave the Canadian YouTubers. He's wait a sec, hold on. Broly, wait a sec. Beerus can easily kill kill Broly. So what's making Beerus I mean, does he see it as too much of an asshole? Cause the way he walks. Seriously, I mean, is Asura like made of stone or what? Awesome. Oh, do. How the hell does he do this anyways? I mean... Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm just chilling out here. So far, so good. So we do pardon, it's like, yeah. Perhaps I should get a closer look. See? Ay! Look at him. Mind if I just watch here? It's like, oh, kick. Oh, yeah, I'm just walking. Seriously, how the hell does he actually do this? I mean, he's like a computer programmer or what? Speaking of which, Canadian YouTuber says, yeah, I should have a look at the game Asura's Wrath. And to be honest, yeah, not much going on there. To be honest, I actually do want to check out Asura's Wrath, but I just keep on forgetting because like I've been like I've got like a busy schedule. I'm doing videos. I just don't have the time to actually to actually remember anything like that. I've got a terrible memory, you see. Woo! Oh, there he goes. Is it this time? What the hell is he doing? Is he sucking on Broly's neck? Oh, come on, get to the analysis already. I want to hear what how one of these would win. Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, here we go.
You scum. Still got some fight left in you?
Broly is definitely a solar system buster.
Dealing with this pain now. wish not to fight back, I understand. But I'm going to destroy this planet no matter what. Do you really believe you have enough power to beat me? Your own complete and utter waste of sand blood. But you love to look up in the sky at your silly old planet. You're probably dreaming you could go back there someday.
I understand the true reason for my wrath.
I just love a dramatic ending.
There is always some fool who wants to rule the world.
Oops, did I just blow it up?
Always forcing others to do what they cannot do for themselves.
Why don't you give up?
This ends
Oh,
now.
come on. That's from like Cell versus Gohan. Look at that. He,
Above all else, I'll give you making my daughter cry.
look, it's Gohan versus. Yeah, look, that's the Cell position.
That was beautiful! But unfortunately, now we'll have to face the wrath of the Broly fanboys! Now in all seriousness, let's discuss how and why Asura wins this ultimate godly raging epic showdown. Now this was actually a very close matchup, believe it or not. First off, let's discuss who is more skilled and experienced. Now for those of you who have played Asura's Wrath, you'll know that Asura is over 12,000 years old. I think that alone will tell you how much more experience Asura has over Broly. Okay, now I know that a lot of people call him Asura, but in the game his name was actually pronounced Asura, so that's how I'm gonna pronounce his name from now on. But of course, you can pronounce his name however you want. There is no wrong answer. Sorry for getting off topic. Anyway, when it comes to fighting skill, Broly and Asura are both very skilled in combat, and while it's possible that Asura might be more well trained in martial arts than Broly, I think it's safe to say that Broly and Asura can definitely fight on par with each other in close combat. Now it is true that Broly and Asura are both heavily reliant on the raw strength and power, and they both pretty much just rush into battle with brute force without thinking or strategizing first. Usually this will put a fighter at a disadvantage, but because Broly and Asura both act out of rage and they are both punch first and ask questions later type of fighters, they should be relatively even on that part as well. Now I think what might give Asura a slight edge in this category is the fact that he can grow up to 6 arms, which is literally thrice as many arms as Broly. Having 3 times as many arms as your opponent could give you quite an advantage if you think about it. For example, if Asura grabs hold of all 4 of Broly's limbs, he'll still have a free extra set of arms to punch Broly with. Now let's discuss speed. Now comparing Broly and Asura's travel speed is quite debatable since both characters can travel through a very far distance in space in a very short amount of time. But what really matters in a fight like this is combat speed. When it comes to combat speed, Broly and Asura are roughly neck and neck. Broly is fast enough to easily dodge and outpace the Z fighters and deliver lightning fast punches, but let's not forget that Asura is just as capable of blocking and dodging attacks, and he too can deliver punches faster than the eye can see. Asura can fight fast enough to keep up with and trade blows with his former master August, and even the god who created his universe, Chakravardhan. But I'll talk more about him later. Anyway, while it is true that Broly can fly,
I always thought that there was actually hitting Broly.
Form, which I'll talk more about later as well. Fighting opponents who can fly is nothing new to Asura, and once again, Broly and Asura are both fast enough to trade blows and keep up with each other in close combat. Now finally, let's discuss their strength, abilities, and levels of power. Now in terms of raw strength, these two have both shown incredibly impressive feats of physical strength. Those massive muscles aren't just for show, obviously, but I think it's safe to say that Asura might actually be physically stronger than Broly when it comes to raw strength. Keep in mind, I'm talking about raw physical strength, not destructive power. But speaking of which, most of you are probably thinking that Asura is more of a physical fighter than Broly, and Broly is more of a destructive fighter than Asura.
True.
Well, I guess you're partially right, but let's not forget that Broly is also a very capable physical fighter as well, and Asura can actually be pretty dang destructive when he's angry angry enough. So Broly and Asura are both very physical and destructive fighters at the same time. Now it is true that Broly has a much wider variety of different attacks than Asura, but Asura is perfectly capable of facing all of them. Plus Asura can not only fight in close combat, but he can also release powerful rapid-fire projectiles from his hands, which means he can also fight well in long-range combat as well. Which means that Broly and Asura are both perfectly capable of fighting in both close and long-range combat. Now here's the part you guys have all been waiting for. It's time to find out exactly how powerful these two are. Now as most of us know, Broly was able to destroy the entire South Galaxy, which definitely puts him at galaxy level. But believe it or not, Broly's level of power has actually been estimated to be even greater than that. For example, Dragon Ball researcher Seth the Programmer has made a video titled Why Broly is Way Stronger Than You Imagined, where he explains in explicit detail how Broly has been estimated to actually be at multi-galaxy level. So I recommend watching that video. Now don't worry, this video does not contain any biased wankage of any sort, or at least none that I've noticed. I'll give you a link to this video in the description below. Anyway, now that we know how powerful Broly is, how powerful is Asura exactly? Well, for those of you who have played Asura's Wrath, you'll know that Asura's levels of power can be pretty inconsistent. Now, some of you are probably thinking that this battle was a complete stomp in Asura's favor because Asura destroyed the creator of his universe, Chakravardhan. Spoiler alert. Well, actually, it's not as simple as that. You see, Asura's power comes purely from his wrath, hence the name of the game, Asura's Wrath. And the only way Asura can become powerful enough to destroy the creator of his universe is if Asura's anger is pushed to its absolute limit and Asura has reached his full maximum power and potential. But the problem with that is, there are only two ways to push Asura to his absolute limit like that. One, you would have to forcibly rule the world and force others to worship you against their will. Or two, you would have to either threaten, kidnap, or make Asura's daughter cry. The big problem with this factor for this battle is that these are two things that Broly has never done. Now it is debatable that destroying the world could be just as bad as trying to rule it, although when Asura fought Chakravardhan, he actually said a couple things that might prove otherwise. These quotes include, "I will destroy you and your so-called world," and "a world that needs to be manipulated deserves to come to an end." So according to these quotes, Asura's intention were to destroy not only Chakravardhan, but also his world along with him. But I'm guessing the reason why those were Asura's intentions was actually because, according to Chakravardhan, it seemed that the entire existence of everyone's lives, including Asura's, was all just a big lie and part of Chakravardhan's lifelong scheme. After all, he was the one behind everything all along. From the very beginning, when Asura was betrayed by his fellow demigod brethren when they killed the Emperor and blamed it on Asura, branding him a traitor, and if that wasn't bad enough, they killed his wife, kidnapped his daughter, tortured her, and abused her power for their own selfish purposes. And then they banished Asura for 12,000 years and turned the world into an apocalyptic living hell. And that was just the beginning. If that's not guaranteed to fuel your wrath, then I don't know what is. And once again, all of that was because of Chakravardhan. How much more messed up can you get? I think we can all agree that Chakravardhan definitely got what he deserved when Asura killed him. Holy crap, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, now for the sake of argument, I'm just gonna jump to conclusion and say that ruling the world and destroying the world are two very different things. And this whole factor does not apply to this battle. So when we take away that entire factor, how powerful is Asura without it? Well, let's find out, shall we? Well, in the game Asura's Wrath, Asura once got so angry that he went berserk and became so powerful that his power rivaled the power of the Brahmastra, which is a powerful cosmic weapon that was built by the 7 deities that was designed to wipe out the remaining existence of the evil Goma from the face of planet Gaia. Within nearly an instant, Asura achieved the power it took the 7 deities literally 12,000 years to achieve. Now you're probably thinking that if Asura gets too angry and uses too much of his power, his own wrath will skull his body and eventually kill him. Well, you're half right. That is what used to happen. But eventually, that issue has been resolved when Asura has had a godly ancient device called the Mantra Reactor infused into his body. The Mantra Reactor supplies Asura with a potentially limitless amount of Mantra power, energy, and stamina, which means Asura will no longer have to worry about using too much of his power, and because he now has unlimited stamina, he can continuously fight Broly without tiring out.
That's awesome.
I wish the same thing could be said about Broly's power, but unfortunately, his legendary Super Saiyan form taxes his body due to his massive power output. Anyway, the Mantra Reactor has now made Asura far stronger and more powerful than he was earlier in the game. Now, before Asura had the Mantra Reactor infused into his body, his strongest and most powerful form was known as Mantra Asura. This form is so powerful that Asura destroyed the core of the evil Goma Vlitra, whose power was said to be immeasurable. But then again, Saitama's power was said to be immeasurable, but we all know where that went, right? Not to mention, Asura kinda had a bit of help from his rival Yasha, who has sort of a Goku and Vegeta relationship with Asura. Sorry for getting off topic again. Anyway, like I said before, that was before Asura had the Mantra Reactor infused into his body. After Asura had the Mantra Reactor infused into his body and gained a much greater level of power, he has achieved an all-new ultimate form known as Asura the Destructor. This form of Asura is even larger than Earth itself, and not only that, but this form of Asura is so powerful, he casually destroyed hundreds of planets, stars, solar systems, and even galaxies. In fact, he's also durable enough to tank having multiple galaxies being thrown at him. All of this easily puts Asura at multi-galaxy level, and that's not even his full maximum power. Oh, and by the way, I think it's safe to assume that Asura's base form is a fraction as powerful as his Destructor form, but that's still not too far from the same level. So therefore, Broly and Asura have both been estimated to be at multi-galaxy level, and they're pretty evenly matched when it comes to power. Now, if Broly and Asura are equally matched when it comes to power and many other categories, then how does Asura take the win? Well, I'll say this much, the very last thing you want to do is make Asura angry. Cause like I mentioned earlier, much like the Hulk, Asura's power is fueled purely by his wrath. The angrier he gets, the stronger and more powerful he becomes. And as most of us know, Broly is somebody who really loves to make his opponents angry on purpose. And that is anything but a good idea when facing someone like Asura. While once again, it is true that Broly has never done anything that would push Asura's wrath to its absolute limit, but Broly is still someone who is pretty much guaranteed to make Asura pretty dang angry. As Broly starts to purposely anger Asura continuously and repeatedly, little does Broly know that he's just making Asura stronger and that it will eventually lead to his ultimate downfall. Oh, and let's not forget that Asura has multi-galaxy durability, which means he can tank pretty much everything that Broly has to throw at him. Awesome. So Asura will most likely just tank multiple attacks while Broly just continues to anger him. And once Broly takes off Asura to the point of essentially digging his own grave, he'll wish he hadn't. Because it won't be too long before Broly finally enrages Asura to the point where he becomes strong and powerful enough to kill Broly. Rather, if Asura wants to do so by either pummeling Broly to death, tearing him limb from limb, obliterating Broly with the Mantra Reactor, or any other related method of killing him, that's up for Asura to decide, but you get the point. So overall, Broly and Asura are very evenly matched in almost every category, but once Broly makes the fatal mistake of pushing Asura's wrath too far, he's gonna die. That's all I can say. So in the end, the legendary Super Saiyan lives no more, and Asura has claimed yet another victim. The winner of this battle is Asura. Now, if you thought this battle wasn't epic enough, then how about we push their limits even further? If you want to see Asura take on God Broly, aka the Broly who is even less canon than the original Broly, who is already non-canon to begin with. Anyway, God Broly will have prep time, and he will hold Asura's daughter Mithra hostage, forcing Asura to be pushed to his absolute limit. Both fighters will go all out and no holding back. If you all want to see that happen, then let me know in the comments below. Or, as a second option, if you want to see Asura take on the new Broly, aka Kale from Dragon Ball Super, with rather similar circumstances, then let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what happens in the future.
Make that happen. I want to see that happen. Please let that happen. I don't know who's going to win. Kale, obviously.
Got any ideas for show-off showdown?
Simply because Goku uses Super Saiyan Blue, Kamehameha, and she just walked right through it. So, she is bound to win, obviously. So yeah, I want to see that Kale versus Asura. And it's alright, I'm not butthurt that Broly lost, okay? I'm okay. yeah, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. I like Broly, but when I saw Animation Rewind's video on this with Vegeta Blue go up against Asura, I knew that that Broly didn't stand a chance. Sort of, but yeah. And Broly is much more weaker. Well, is more weaker than Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta. So I definitely want to see Kale versus Asura. That would be amazing. Set the program. I made a video about that, and Broly is much more weaker than Kale, because remember the Saiyans in Universe 7 are much more weaker than the Saiyans in Universe 6. That they have the potential of pushing their limits without any effort. Well, I mean, yeah, effort goes into it, but the Saiyans in Universe 7 has to push their limits even further, with training extremely hard, with overuse of training and stuff. The Saiyans in Universe 6 are way more powerful, and they've got the potential of gaining their powers without any training. So yeah. And I mean, Kale is much more powerful than Broly, like I said. So yeah, I want to see that Kale versus Asura. That would be cool. I want to see that. Make that happen. And I know it's gonna happen. Kale is gonna win this if he goes up against Asura. Kale versus Asura. Kale is definitely gonna win. I can tell, because remember, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Goku is even, and Vegeta won against Asura, and Goku is slightly ahead of Vegeta, and Kale, again, I know I said it a couple of times, but Kale walked through Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha, and that is an amazing feat. And she was like throwing him around like Hulk with Loki. I mean, yeah, Goku wasn't being serious, but you have to admit that is pretty damn powerful for it to actually go up against a Super Saiyan Blue. That was awesome. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I thought this was a pretty good, damn good fight, and to be honest, I absolutely adore Canadian YouTubers' videos. They're pretty damn sweet when it comes to fighting, especially when it comes to characters that I like. So let's see. I got a few, but I can't think of any at the moment. Maybe oh, I know. What about Topa Tepa Gurren Lagann? Yeah, Super Topa Tepa Gurren Lagann versus Cosmic Armor Superman. Make that happen. It's the most humongous giant thing in the entire universe versus something that's insanely powerful. Make that happen. I want to see that. Super Topa Tepa Gurren Lagann versus Cosmic Armor Superman. Make that happen. I want to see that. The most tiniest little speck in the universe goes up against a freaking god. That'd be awesome. Or at least try and find something that you could that'll go up against Topa Tepa Gurren Lagann. I want bring in him. I want to see Topa Tepa Gurren Lagann. So yeah, that was awesome. I enjoyed that very much. So yeah, I enjoyed that, and please go and check out Canadian YouTuber's channel. He is awesome. So that was all great, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I'm on minds.com, Twitch, Dailymotion, and Hatron, Reddit, Discord, VidMe, Gab, Twitter, Tumblr, Patreon, GoFundMe, PayPal, and my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video. And please go and check out my new skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. It's also down there in the description box below. Peace out.